Yo, what's going on, man? Mouse Fortress here, and this is a very short announcement, okay? Please join my Discord, okay? It's called Mouse Fortress 2. It's a pun on Vader's Fortress in Star Wars, you know, his castle on Mustafar. Very cool, right? Very cool. Join in though. There's plenty to talk about. Marvel, Star Wars, DC, anything, you know? So come on in, join, have some fun. We're a family, and yeah, let's chill. What's up, YouTube? I'm live right now on my channel, man. If you missed out, live, hop in next time. I'm live pretty much every weekend, so yeah. But today I got a video from Drinker, okay, the Marvels. I would not I would not be seeing this film. I will only see this movie if it's like free or on Disney Plus. I'm not spending a dime on this movie in the theaters. No way. There's no way. He said, how would you structure the MCU if you were in charge? I would actually, so after this has been my plans since day one. So post Endgame, I would stop making content for like 5 or more years, however long they want to take. It has to be 5 years minimum though, at least 5 years. Take 5 years off and come back. You have the rights to the X-Men characters, right? You have the X-Men characters, you have the Fox characters. So I would take a break from the whole Disney Marvel characters they already had, like Iron Man, Cap. Take 5 years off, and then come back with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four characters, and then bring back in, you know, the Captain Americas, the Iron Mans with new actors. You know, just start fresh. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Just start a whole new universe. I don't know why they want to keep this same universe going, but it's not working clearly. I think after Endgame they should have rebooted, but I think they're gonna reboot after Secret Wars. I think Secret Wars they're gonna reboot. I've been hearing that a lot, so that'll be like what, like 3 years from now, like 2 years, like 4 years from now. So we'll see what happens then. But in my opinion, they should have rebooted way sooner than that. So yeah, that's what I would have done, bro. He said, "Kid Arachnid works for me too." Yeah, that name's fire, bro. I don't know, like. It's just so boring calling him Spider-Man. It's just boring. It's not really original, you know. It's just kind of boring. So long intro, YouTube. I'm sorry. Back to the Marvels and Drinker. So the Marvels, the absolute state of the MCU. Let's watch, laugh, hopefully.
Times have changed. 4 years ago, the original Captain Marvel catapulted its protagonist into an MCU at the very peak of its popularity and influence, where every single movie they churned out was a guaranteed smash hit. Captain Marvel herself was widely tipped to become the next Tony Stark, the new face of the brand, the character that was going to lead Marvel into the next decade and possibly beyond. But it turns out a lot can happen.
There's no way they thought that, right? There's no possible way they thought that Brie Larson's Captain Marvel would like carry this franchise. There's no way they thought that.
In 4 years, the MCU is now a faltering and tarnished brand with a string of failed movies and TV shows in its wake, increasingly alienated from its own fan base and openly mocked and ridiculed by a mainstream media that now smells blood in the water. While Captain Marvel herself has become kind of a sad, embarrassing mistake, ostracized from the rest of the MCU and restricted to a handful of meaningless cameos to remind people that she even still exists. As the years went by, the contractually obligated sequel was repeatedly delayed, rewritten, reshot, and dogged by rumours of problems on set, conflicts with the studio, and trailers that desperately tried every trick in the book to generate some kind of interest in this movie. But just like a giant post-kebab turd, Marvel could only hold it in for so long before it finally had to be squeezed out into the worlds. And so, here we find ourselves staring down the barrel of The Marvels.
That is one big pile of shit.
The movie kicks off with generic.
Bro, they gave no crap about the Marvel like lore, like the Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel lore, like in Marvel. They didn't care at all about that lore. They did exactly what they wanted to do. Exactly what they wanted to do. They didn't respect the source material at all. When it came to her, bro, it's crazy. Like, they just didn't care.
Space wizard lady who digs up a magical bullshit bangle from a random planet somewhere, which turns out to be the counterpart to the other magical bullshit bangle used by Kamala Khan. You know her, don't you? Oh wait, you don't. That's probably because she's a character from an obscure Disney Plus
You see, you know her, don't you? Oh yeah, you don't.
show that nobody watched. Speaking of
That show
obscure
was garbage.
characters from Disney Plus shows that nobody watched, Monica Rambeau is now working as an astronaut for Sabre, and she's got the power to go flumpy and pass through solid
Why you say her name like that? You said Rambo. What?
objects
Why do you
after
say her
getting a
name
spell
like that?
cast on her by Scarlet Witch. Fuck me, this is getting convoluted already. Anyway, the system of magical bullshit space portals that everyone apparently uses to traverse the universe are starting to act kinda weird, so the hollowed out shell that was once Nick Fury sends Captain Marvel to investigate. And wouldn't you know it, Monica Rambeau decides to investigate one herself at exactly the same moment. Oh my goodness.
Yo, if he does that to her the whole video, I ain't gonna make it, bro.
That was once Nick Fury sends Captain Marvel to investigate.
What is wrong with him?
And wouldn't you know it, Monica Rambeau decides to investigate one herself at exactly the same moment. Oh my goodness, what are the odds, eh? Then there's a big energy surge and everyone swaps places with everyone else. Although it did have me wondering
I'm gonna
why
say
their
one
clothes
thing, bro. This movie just looks so wacky. This movie looks so wacky, bro. I don't. Yeah, honestly, if you ask me, I was way better off with just a sequel with just Captain Marvel. Like, whose bright idea was it to just shove in Miss Marvel and Photon, I guess, or Monica Rambeau, as he says it? Like, whose idea was this? Like, why would you put them in her movie? You know. The only reason I can think of is that they did that because they had no faith in Brie Larson by herself after the first one. That's the only reason this is happening. Because other than that, this makes no sense, bro. No sense. Like, why are you putting those two in her movie? I don't get that.
go with them, but Monica Rambeau's spacesuit doesn't. Probably because the prospect of a teenage girl explosively decompressing on our screens would have turned it into a very different movie, but whatever. The point here is that all three of our diverse heroes are now quantum entangled, so if two of them happen to use their powers at the same time, they'll magically swap places. Well, when it's convenient to the plot at least. Why does this happen? Don't know.
Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
So did he see it?
Anyway, much hilarity ensues before the three of them figure out that all of this is being orchestrated by generic space wizard lady, who's actually a Kree fighting to save her homeworld from extinction after Captain Marvel triggered a destructive civil war by destroying the AI that was keeping everything running. And that also caused their son to die out somehow, because civil wars are well known for that sort of thing. Fuck me, who wrote this nonsense? Oh yeah, and the more she messes with the magical bullshit bangles, the more damage it does to the magical jump point network, ultimately threatening to tear apart the fabric of reality itself. Oh my goodness, another Marvel movie about a giant scary space portal that has to be closed before it destroys the entire
universe.
Gotta stop. Truly,
they gotta stop doing that. They gotta stop doing that. Like, there is so many MCU stuff that has like that giant like space port or whatever that has to be closed. Like, it was in Avengers 1 at the end of that movie. It was in No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, why they keep doing that, bro? Why they keep doing that?
Imagination knows no bounds. So the three diverse women have to learn to work together to stop generic space wizard lady from destroying the multiverse or something, while Nick Fury contends with an outbreak of alien cats on his space station. And then they seal the portal, but oh no, Monica Rambeau gets stuck on the other side in a different reality where Beast from X-Men shows up for some reason, and her mum that most forgot even existed is apparently still alive.
No way!
And that's it, that's the plot for the Marvels.
What? Hey, wait. So wait. What? Wait, what? Was that Beast from X-Men? What is he doing in this movie? Hey. Bro, they are desperate, bro. Oh my god, I'm crying. Bro, these fools are desperate, bro. They know where they put Beast from X-Men in this movie, bro. And her mom's alive still? Bro, what is this? He said, where are the hot women at? We used to have Johansson's, Mulder, Saldana. Yeah, it's over, bro. Those days are over, bro. Those days are over. What the hell is going on here, bro? Why is Beast in the Marvels? How does he make sense in this movie?
The portal, but oh no.
Did I hear this right?
Monica Rambeau gets stuck on the other side in a different reality where Beast from X-Men shows up for some reason, and her mum that most people forgot even existed is apparently.
So she gets stuck in a different reality, and she finds the original Rambeau. What's her name? Maria? She finds Maria and Beast from X-Men, like, of all people? Like, what? That is so random, bro. That is so random. These fools did not put an X-Men character in this movie just so people will watch it. Wow. Okay.
Still alive.
No way.
And that's it. That's the plot for the Marvels. You know when you bump into some asshole who made life miserable in high school that you haven't seen in like 10 years, and you notice they're wearing faded jeans and a sweat-stained t-shirt, they've gained 50 pounds and smell vaguely of cheap booze and stale urine? You might have imagined you'd feel some kind of satisfaction in the knowledge they've failed so spectacularly, but instead all you experience is a lingering sense of sadness and pity. Well, that's kind of how I felt watching the Marvels. It's 105 minutes of absolute directionless, passionless, unfunny cringe, awkwardly chopped and spliced together from what I assume was once a.
I heard that this was the worst Marvel movie ever. That's what I heard. I heard this is the worst Marvel movie ever. That's why, like, I can't see this. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Much longer cut, and shuffling embarrassingly onto the screen like even it knew how shit it was and just wanted to get the whole painful experience over with as quickly as possible. And in a lot of ways, it really wasn't the film I imagined. I expected some defiant last stand against the armies of haters just waiting for it to fail, a production bloated by ego and consumed by bitterness, well aware of its impossible position and determined to go out.
He said maybe she'll kill them all off like Scarlet Witch did. What?
Guns blazing. Instead, what we got was a weirdly small, unambitious, almost apologetic kind of film, half-heartedly going through all the old Marvel tropes but knowing how trite and predictable they've become. A film made by a studio that's lost its confidence, lost its magic, lost its way. I mean, on the plus side,
you know it's sad. You know it's sad when Captain Marvel only works in like a big team-up film. Like, she was so perfect in Endgame, okay? The way Joe and Anthony Russo handled her character, they handled her perfectly. I enjoyed Captain Marvel in that movie. I thought she was perfect, you know? And if you ask me, those guys handle everyone perfect, bro. They even handled Spider-Man perfect, in my opinion. Better than his movies did handle him. Like, he was perfect in Civil War. Like, and Infinity War, like, he was great, dude. He was so great. You know? So, it just feels like they only want to make good films or half decent films when it matters. Like, oh, it's a big team up film, so it has to be good, right? But they don't have the same energy with things like this. Keep that same energy with every single thing you put out. Every single thing. Don't only do it when it's a big team up movie. Do it when it matters. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Obnoxious preoccupation with tearing down some imagined patriarchy and proving how Captain Marvel could do everything better than the boys that blighted the first movie is more or less absent here. I never got the sense that the film was trying to push any particular agenda or preach to me about social or political issues, so that makes a nice change from Marvel.
Okay, nice.
You've got to do better, Senator.
Stop.
You've got to step up.
Kamala Khan is mostly pretty like.
Oh. I hate
film,
that scene.
And I think a lot of that comes down to Iman Vellani's performance. You can tell she's having a lot of fun and she's excited just to be there.
Bro, Kang is dead, bro. Yo, it like from all these rumors I'm hearing behind the scenes, like Marvel has no idea what the hell they are doing with Kang the Conqueror. They don't care about Kang, bro. I literally just made a video about them possibly bringing in Doctor Doom and getting rid of Kang. Like, they don't know what they're doing with Kang, bro. This whole Kang thing is garbage. It's horrible. If I was them, they should kick out Kang and bring in Doom, bro. Because Kang is not getting it done. Kang is not getting the job done, man. He's not. Kang is a failure. Okay, bring in Doctor Doom and start fresh. I don't know. Like, this is bad. Like, Kang is garbage. Kang sucks.
Shit, man, even Brie Larson gets to show a bit of personality for once. She's not going to be winning any Oscars for this one, and there's times when those behind-the-scenes tensions seem pretty obvious in her performance, but generally she comes across as far more human and likeable than she did in her first movie.
Okay.
The direction from Nia DaCosta is generally competent enough, apart from some truly reprehensible CGI that probably wasn't her fault, and one or two of the early fight scenes with constantly switching characters actually border on fun and imaginative. But the problem is they're overshadowed by the movie's massive writing and editing flaws. The character swapping thing was clearly a response to Captain Marvel being overpowered as fuck and needing some way of limiting her abilities, which really smacks of a problem that they created for themselves. You guys chose to make her into Superman without the kryptonite, and now you're having to concoct bullshit reasons why she can't just fix every problem instantly.
Yeah.
Nick Fury might as well not even be in this film because it feels like his subplot is completely disconnected from everything else. If you haven't watched Secret Invasion, then you're probably gonna have no fucking clue what's even happening here. I mean, really, he basically stopped being Nick Fury the moment he got his eye scratched out by a fucking cat.
Oh, motherfucking!
And the goofy imposter playing him seems to care less and less about keeping up the facades. Generic space wizard lady is exactly that. Completely forgettable, barely getting a shred of development, and she's pursuing her goal in the most ridiculous way imaginable. Like, she basically wants revenge against Captain Marvel for destroying her people, and she does it by hurting the people that she cares about. But there's nothing to prevent Captain Marvel for doing the exact same thing again. The quantum entanglement thing wasn't something she was even aware of until later in the movie, which means there would have been absolutely nothing to stop her. You can really tell that this film was butchered in the editing room too. Characters magically teleport from one location to the next with nothing to link them together, and I'm not even talking about the stupid bangle thing either. They just show up wherever they need to be.
What?
Potentially interesting character arcs and relationships are barely hinted at, and then resolved with no real explanation. Like, one of the big sources of tension between Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau is that she never visited her after her mother died because she triggered a Kree civil war and was apparently trying to fix it, but there's nothing to suggest that she actually
You gotta
tried to
stop
help them
doing
in
that. That's
any
funny.
way. I mean, with all her godlike powers and abilities, she basically could have fixed most of their problems overnight. Or for example, imagine if Kamala Khan realised the woman she'd looked up to as a hero was actually a bit of a monster responsible for millions of deaths. What might that do to their relationship and her perception of her? Would it trigger a crisis of confidence? Maybe teach her to rely more on herself than putting others on unrealistic pedestals? Fuck knows, because the plot barely even addresses.
Bro, okay, so one thing too I want to say real quick. What in God's name is Captain Marvel wearing in this movie? What is this outfit right here? This outfit is horrible.
Realistic pedestals. Fuck knows, because
Bro, what is this outfit? This looks so garbage.
the plot barely even addresses stuff like this. I mean, why bother with that kind of thing when you can have an excruciating song and dance sequence that goes on forever and serves absolutely no purpose to the story? Or an entire subplot about space cats eating people? All of it is nothing but a ridiculous conglomeration of absolute nonsense thrown together by a studio that's completely lost confidence in its own work. And in some ways, it really feels like the end of an era. It's almost certainly the end for Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, who's made no secret of her dissatisfaction with the character and seems pretty reluctant to play her again.
I was thinking the same thing. I think she's out. I think she's done as Captain Marvel. I think she's out. I think we'll see her like a few more times in big team up films like Kang Dynasty and like Secret Wars, but after that, I think she's done, bro. She's done. Like, I highly doubt we'll see her in anything else besides those two films ever again. She's gone. She's gone.
And to be honest, I don't blame her one bit.
I don't blame her
She's
either.
in her mid-30s now, and those prime opportunities are going to start drying up before too long. And really, I can't imagine she needs or wants the hassle of playing a character like this anymore. But more than that, it feels like the tired and played-out end of the entire Marvel formula. The bloated budgets, the heavy CGI, the quippy self-referential humour, the sky portals, and the armies of disposable bad guys. It's all become so tedious and boring and predictable that people aren't even angry story anymore. They just don't care. The original Captain Marvel was a divisive movie that
Drinker,
inspired
drinker,
debate.
drinker, bro. You're making me so depressed right now, bro. You're making me so depressed with these words, bro. Like he's spitting facts right now. It's like we're not even mad anymore. We just don't care. We just don't care. It's sad, but it's true. It's crazy. He said she was always a bad fit for the role. I agree. I don't know how they wanted her as Captain Marvel. I don't get that. I don't get that.
And controversy, but this one falls victim to a far more insidious problem: absolute apathy. This really is how the
Dang.
MCU dies, not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Woo!
Anyway,
He's spitting.
that's all I've got for today.
Go away now.
Go away now.
That was a very depressing ending, bro. Like the last 2 minutes was so depressing. But shout out Drinker. That was an amazing video, bro. Hilarious video. I laughed way too hard at this video, bro. Like you saying Monica Rambeau and like, dude, and Beast showing up like that. This video was hilarious. 10 out of 10. But my final thoughts on this is this. I have no thoughts actually. I have no thoughts on this. I'm not seeing the Marvels, and that's it. Okay, that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Are you gonna watch the Marvels? You're gonna see it? Are you gonna give it a chance? Let me know. If you've seen it already, how was it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And yeah, that's it for me. I'm out. Peace. Rambo.